Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. I hope you've had an excellent weekend. We are still hanging out in Atlanta. I'm recording this before we go to Atlanta, but I was trying to figure out what I was going to do my research video on, and I was looking at some of my more viewed videos and ones that I haven't done in a while, and one of them was mugs. And I think we all know every thrift store is jam-packed full of mugs. Most of the time they're $1, and there are some of them that are extremely valuable, and that is what I'm going to show you in this video. I'm going to try not to show you more than 2 of one brand, so you hopefully will get about 20 new names to keep an eye out for, as well as styles and designs. And these are ones that are selling for hundreds and hundreds of dollars right now in April 2026. So it's time for me to update this video. It's been 2 years since I've done a mug video, and I know we're all looking for those big bolos, those ones that are worth so much money. So I'm hoping that this video will give you an idea of what to keep an eye out for when it comes to mugs. First up, and I think these are always the best, the ones that look like a regular plain mug, and then you look them up and they're worth hundreds of dollars. So this one is an East Fork Pottery counterculture mug and night swim. Sold for a best offer on $600. Doesn't look all that special, does it? But it sold for hundreds of dollars. Here you can see, so this is where, when I was thrifting, I do not go thrifting anymore currently, but when I flipped over everything. So look at this, very clearly marked counterculture in East Fork. That is a name you need to remember, because this mug sold for an incredible price. This is another one, and honestly, I think a good majority of the mugs in this video are ones that most people would not realize are worth as much as they are. So this is a very rare 1825 mug, bold cable mocha ware or pearl ware from Staffordshire mint. $650 sale on this thing. And this is one I probably honestly wouldn't have even picked it up. So now that I see it, I definitely will pay attention. For me, it's more watching on online auctions. This one is not marked. So this is one that you would figure that out using Google Lens. Another Staffordshire, but this one looks completely different. This is a rare spatter stickware rabbit mugger tankard. It does say circa 1900. Sold for a best offer on $649. This is the perfect little Easter mug here. And you can see there is heavy crazing on this, but that's to be expected. It's a mug that's over 200 years old. And they are showing there is a chip in the glaze there on the handle. And this one has actually quite a few, which again, this is over 100-year-old mug. People expect that. It is 5.5 inches tall. And here you can see they are showing that crazing up close. Super cool. The rabbit, look at the frog. This is just a really neat mug, but it's not one that I would have guessed would have sold for hundreds of dollars. I am going to interrupt you just for a minute or two to talk to you guys about Clover. And I know there's a little bit of stigma about cash advance. And the unfortunate thing is that I feel like a good part of us, a good majority at some point need it, you know, whether it is an emergency that we are having. That could be a bill, it could be a car repair. There are numerous things, and over the years I have needed to use services like this myself. And the reason that I really like Clover and that I come to you guys and talk to you about them is because they have no interest and no fees. And I think that's really important, because the majority, similar to this, really do. They have absolutely insane interest and insane fees. And that is not something I want to see you get into. And I know that you don't want to ever be in this situation, but if you are, I would like you to know that there is a company that doesn't have interest and doesn't have fees. So Clover is a cash advance company. I have talked to you guys about them here in the past few months, and they do cash advances up to $400. And you can get the money fast if you want. There is a small fee for that if you decide that you want to get it fast. They are an app on your phone. They are very, very easy to use. I am showing here beside me exactly how easy it is to use. And I do want to tell you, not all users will qualify, and the average cash advance is $160, and they range anywhere from $25 all the way up to $100, but not everyone will qualify for them. So download the Clover app and check it out. It is very, very easy to use. I hope that you truly never find yourself in that situation. But if you do, just remember that Clover is there. And again, no hidden interest, no fees, and you can get up to $400 if you find yourself in a situation needing that. I am going to pop a QR code up on the screen. You can use that QR code to go to Clover and let them know that I sent you. I also will put a link down in the description that you can use as well. And I hope that you guys aren't in the situation, but if you are, definitely check Clover out. Mugs like this, I do know to keep an eye out for, because I had a Coca-Cola advertising one a few years ago that sold for over $300. So this is a snappy service system, 5-cent hamburgers, restaurant mug, Chicago Opco, Syracuse. This was a 7-day auction. It was started at $99 and there were 6 different bidders, and it ended at $675 for a single mug. So watch for your old restaurant ware, your advertising mugs that there were probably not many made of, because those are the rare ones that people are looking for. They collect, and they are definitely willing to pay up for, as you see here. Starbucks mugs can be really dangerous, because I will tell you probably 90% of them are not worth very much. However, there are rare ones that are worth hundreds of dollars like this. This is a rare 2003 Seattle City Scenes Mount Rainier Mistake mug with the original tag. Sold for a best offer on $675. Now, here you can see this one. I'm not sure what the mistake was, to be honest, but there is the original $9.95 sticker on the bottom of it. An amazing sale. So Starbucks mugs definitely don't hurt to look up, but just be prepared that a very, very good majority of them are really only worth about $15 to $20, and they take a long time to sell. If you do not know about ugly face mugs and jugs and vases, watch for stuff that looks like this, because it sells, and it sells high. This is a signed Rhonda Line ceramic pottery ugly face mug from 2002. It sold for a best offer on $704. The ugly mugs sell. So here you can see, this is a really, really... it's a neat mug, and there is that Define signature and O2 on the bottom of it. Beautiful glazing on this. I don't think I would want this mug. I don't drink coffee, so I don't buy mugs at all. But as a reseller, please know to look out for things that look like this. This seller is brave, brave, brave. This is a Van Tiki 22 karat gold sunrise starfish tiki mug with a golden swizzle stick. So this auction was only a 5-day auction. It was started at 99 cents. There were 16 different bidders, and it went to $905. If you do not know, tiki stuff can sell high. I actually did a research video only on tiki stuff. I will pop that up top for you. If I drank coffee, this would be something that I would like. Look, there is the back of it with the swizzle stick. You can see very, very clearly marked Van Tiki. They only made 10. So this is a very, very rare mug. hopefully one day I'll come across a Van Tiki collection. That would be amazing. So this is from 2024, pretty new, really, really neat mug, and an amazing sale at $905. Over the years doing these research videos, I have come to love the work of Mitchell Grafton. He is a Florida artist. He sells these himself. Hopefully one day they'll come back into circulation and maybe one of us will get lucky. This is an old man frog face mug or pottery sculpture. Again, it is Mitchell Grafton himself selling this. And this was a 5-day auction. It was started at $199 and it sold for $889. And again, watch for stuff that looks like this, because stuff that looks like this sells. And he is an amazing, amazing artist. And he does pictures, he does mugs, and I love drip glaze. Love it, love it, love it. Amazing, amazing piece. This is a one-of-a-kind piece, but if you ever come across any Grafton pottery, definitely pick it up. Here's another great example of, you look at it and you're like, yeah, okay, that's a mug. Well, this mug sold for $975. This is an extremely rare early 1820 tricolored cat's eye mocha mug, mochaware, yellowware, mint. $975, guys. Absolutely incredible on this. And this stuff is out there. You've just got to look and check for it. And this is another one that is not signed, but again, one that hopefully Google Lens would be able to help you identify. Here is another one where they were very, very brave. They did say no reserve. This is a Mesa Verde mug circa 1100 AD. And this was a 5-day auction, started at $1 and it went to $966. So definitely remember this look. Amazing, amazing mug. And an incredible sale at $966. How about an alphabet mug that sold for $1,000? This is an Eric Ravilious Wedgwood Alphabet mug, circa 1937 with blue wash, $1,000 for a single mug. I sold some high Wedgwood pieces, so they definitely are out there. This one looks to be in excellent condition for its age. And you can see the YZ on the interior. Here it is shown, designed by Eric Ravilious, Wedgwood, made in England. So this one would be very, very easy to look up, and an amazing sale on a single mug at $1,000. Here is another one that's kind of the exception to the rule with Starbucks mugs, and that is a Qatar Starbucks coffee mug from the Global Icon Collector Series. So this is a mug that is not going to be easily obtained. Sold for $999. So the ones that are not in the US are the ones I would give a little bit more look to. You can see here it sold originally for $45. It is in good condition and was an excellent sale at $9.99. Shaving mugs are another thing to definitely keep an eye out for. This is a 1909 pro baseball player, Tom Jones, Detroit Tigers World Series shaving mug. Sold for a best offer on $1,295. Absolutely incredible. So you've got a shaving mug, you've got the World Series, you've got a player, and it just all adds up to an incredible value. So make sure that you pay attention. This one was not marked on the bottom in any way, but pay attention to those shaving mugs because some of them can be extremely valuable. How about we take a little jump up to an $1,850 sale? They accepted a best offer. This is a rare Mount Washington glass Napoli line Palmer Cock brownie punch cup mug. It is signed. I have never seen anything like this. So see this and remember it. It looks like it is hand painted. This definitely looks different and would catch my eye. And it almost looks like somebody's art project. There is the Napoli signature on the bottom. That is what you need to remember and look for. And this was an excellent sale. If you do not know, drug rep items, pharma rep items, they can be really valuable. And this mug was started at $90 or $199. There were only 2 bidders, and the 2 bidders drove it up to $2,025. All you need is 2 people that really want something to incredibly raise the price. So this is an OxyContin, the one to start with. It's actually a color changing mug, and incredible sale at $2,000. I have come across estate sales that I actually found tons of drug rep stuff. So keep your eye out for them. Again, this one does have that original box. And I don't know if they showed the color changing aspect of this. I didn't see it. Oh, there it is. Look, the one to start with, and then it changes colors to say the one to stay with. So pretty cool mug, and definitely something to remember to keep an eye out for is different pharmacology items. More tiki stuff. This is a rare Tiki Diablo Tahiti Gil Disney I Lava You Volcano Tiki mug or bowl. It was an auction. It started at $2,500. They got 1 bid. It did sell, and the tiki stuff is hot. Definitely remember to keep an eye out. Here you can see that it is numbered, and they're showing the website, the edition size. And unfortunately, it looks like Tiki Diablo did pass away. So the value of the Tiki Diablo mugs is probably going to increase over the years. Next is one, and this one you're probably not going to find because it says it was never available to the public. It was an employee-only chalice. But Death Wish coffee pieces sell for a lot. So that is why I wanted to include this. This one is from 2017, sold for our best offer on $4,500. So keep your eye out for Death Wish coffee. Here you can see it says DeninePottery.com, hand thrown 2017. So it is clearly signed. I wonder if that's 50 cents. If somebody got this for 50 cents, that would be absolutely incredible. So excellent sale. Best offer on $4,500. Remember the name, Death Wish Coffee. The highest selling one for this video is a tiki one, and I told you tiki is hot. This is a Tiki Rob Disney Headhunter Mass Tiki mug. It is customized. It is a 1 of 1, sold for a best offer on $5,000. Absolutely incredible mug. There you can see the Tiki Rob. It is also hand signed. And remember to watch out for Tiki Rob. They might not be 1 of 1 and sell this high, but they are all going to have a significant value. All right, that was everything. I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope you've had a great weekend. We are hanging out in Atlanta until Tuesday. I will be back for the podcast, so make sure you join us Tuesday night. It is going to be a great one. We are going to have Dom, Primetime Treasure Hunter, who is a longtime friend of mine, as well as Chaz from Reseller Network. Really excited to have him back on. He was just on recently, and we do the podcast every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Come and join us. Don't forget the Reseller Retreat in July. If you haven't checked it out, definitely check it out. I would love to meet you in person.